Okay. Next example is the integral of the square root of 9 minus x squared all over x squared dx. If you will analyze the problem, kapag tinignan mo yung tatlong pattern, this is a squared minus x squared, wherein the value of a is 3. So kapag a squared minus x squared, you have to let the value of x as a, which is 3, then sine of theta. Then taking the derivative of this equation, you now have dx equals 3. Sine theta is cosine theta with respect to theta. So you have to substitute. You will now have the square root of 9 minus the value of x is 3 sine theta squared over x is 3 sine theta squared. Then the value of dx is 3 cosine theta d theta. Now, you will now have the square root of this part is 9 sine squared theta. Parehas silang may 9. So, factoring out the 9, you will now have 1 minus sine squared theta all over 9 sine squared theta multiplied by 3 cosine theta d theta. This part is cosine squared theta. So magkakaroon ka ng 9 cosine squared theta. Ang kalalabasan, if you extract it to the square root, you will now have 3 cosine theta all over 9 sine squared theta multiplied by 3 cosine theta d theta. So you will now have 3 by 3 is 9 over 9, so cancel yung constants. You will now have cosine squared theta over sine squared theta d theta, and this is equivalent to cotangent squared theta d theta. But take note that we don't have the integral of the cotangent. So we need to use the trigonometric identities ng cotangent, which is cotangent squared theta equivalent to cosecant squared theta minus 1. So you will now have the equation as cosecant squared theta minus 1 d theta. Then the integral of this equation is cosecant squared d theta is negative of cotangent theta. Then d theta is minus theta plus c. But you need to find the value of the cotangent theta and the theta. Yung theta, madali lang. You can now have x over 3 equivalent to sine of theta. So theta can be arcsine of the x over 3. But you need to find also the value of the cotangent theta. So by using the triangle again, this is opposite over the hypotenuse. The opposite is x. The hypotenuse is 3. So you will now have this part as 3 squared minus x squared, or simply 9 minus x squared. Now this is your adjacent. Cotangent is equivalent to 1 over tangent. So you need to find the tangent theta. Tangent theta is opposite over adjacent. Opposite is x. Adjacent is the square root of 9 minus x squared. Then reciprocal of this is equivalent to cotangent. So you will now have the cotangent theta as the square root of 9 minus x squared all over x. So this is your cotangent theta. This is your theta. So you just have to substitute this on the equation. So for the final answer, you will now have negative square root of 9 minus x squared all over x minus the arc sine of the x over 3 plus c. Now this is your final answer.